Oh, no, I mean, we're in Carlsbad right now. I mean,
It's
we
like
can go
there's so
any
many
place.
beer places. Wine? You want to try wine?
We could
I know
try
it's not.
something- we could
I know
try
it's not
something
your
different.
thing,
I
but
mean,
that looks
try
interesting.
something different. I mean, because there's a lot of places we can go
Wait
to.
a minute. What's in here?
But actually, we could
Oh,
try it to see what's going on
Roasted
over
coffee, wine
here.
tasting,
Roasted coffee, wine. Why don't we go in there and check it out? See what's
geisha
happening.
coffee. Oh wow. Okay.
Might be interesting.
I like these. I like these places bigger than those. You know, those big brand names. They're like more home.
I think we should go inside and check it out and see what's going on.
Yeah, I like these little places.
I mean, it's pretty nice.
And-
I like it.
oh,
The
wow.
atmosphere,
Look.
I mean, the people look nice.
Oh look, check that out. That's the wine part.
That's the wine selection right there.
So
They got
you know they breakfast.
the actual
dinner.
geisha coffee is right
And-
here. And
and
they got lovely people. I mean, look at all this stuff, right?
Look at the
This
barrels.
is nice, man. What's up, baby? How you doing? I mean,
This is nice.
make a U-turn. This is nice. I think we should. I think we should drink up in here.
We
This
should
is
talk
nice.
to a couple people.
I think we should talk to some people, man. I think we should. This is nice.
What's up, America? And welcome out to Two Drunk Guys. We are at Witch Creek Winery in Carlsbad, California. I'm the drink master, and I have to my right
Frankie the Jeweler. Cheers, man.
This is what we do.
Tasty.
Very tasty. I like it very much so. I'm not a big wine drinker, but I actually like that. It's pretty good.
It's like fruit juice with a kick. Nice kick.
An extra kick to it, actually. An extra kick to it. Yeah, I kind of like it. You know, now we're gonna do some wine facts for our viewers out there. We got some wine facts that we have for our viewers. You know, this is what happens when you drink a glass of red wine. Your blood vessels, and you warm up, you get all fuzzy and tingly inside when you drink red wine.
With a good red wine, you usually have that first sip and it just warms your body up slowly, and hopefully it tastes good to you too when you do it. And it just makes you feel good. It makes you relaxed. What else could we say?
It also makes sure your face muscles, it gets relaxed. You feel more relaxed. Your body kind of winds down. It helps the heart out, like eating tomatoes, almost like with a red glass of wine. You drink one, kind of, sort of, right? They say you drink one red glass of wine, and
You drink one, then you have a second. If you don't stop, never mind. Let's not go into that.
well, we'll talk about that a little later. So what else you got for us over here?
Well, there's always been this talk about having a glass of red wine is beneficial to your health. I think alcohol in general has something to do with just making your blood flow a little bit better, but it has other properties too. Red wine is the dominant of what they call as healthy. So for a woman, maybe one glass a day is beneficial. For a man, much bigger, 2 glasses a day. Any more than that, you might be tilting it to where it becomes less beneficial.
Like with anything else, just like with our motto, drink under nutty knowledge, right? Which we do. It could go with wine, it can go with alcohol, beer, whatever. And that's what we do. We drink under nutty knowledge. And that's what we do. We give people information and we have a good time.
I always think that the best benefit still, if you're having beer together, if you're having wine together, it's the social interaction that is most beneficial of it. It makes you feel good, possibly avoiding certain topics, but you just go ahead and
Give us some of these facts right here. What is this all about right here, right?
Oh, they say that there is a really old bottle of wine around. It's about 1650 years old. Back in the late 4th century, they found it. It was a wine from Rome. It's now in a museum in Germany. They call it, in Germany, they call it Römer wine, which means a wine from Rome. You never know until you open it what's really inside. Might it be the best wine you ever tasted? something plain, or did it already turn bad? You don't know until you open it, so I guess the museum is the best place for it.
I like that. That's some good wine knowledge right there. And speaking of wine knowledge,
Let's drink to that.
this is a great glass of wine that we're drinking right here.
It tastes like we're having the Moscato, or forgot what we were having.
You know what it tastes like to me, Frank?
Or is it the passion fruit one?
You know what it tastes like to me? Tastes like another.
Tastes like we should have another.
I think so. I think we should have
So,
So now, this whole establishment that they had right here, or the whole concept, was founded in 1993
in Ramona, yeah.
in Ramona. Who the new
So they
owners
had this
there? What's
little
going
place
on?
called the Witch Creek, and Dave and Kathy Wodehouse was their names. They founded it. After being in Escondido for a while, they moved to Carlsbad. Now some new owners took over it. Mayor and Drew White. We haven't met them yet, but we think they have a really good business concept. Comfortable spot, coffee on one side, wine on the other side. It's a good thing.
It's definitely good, and the ambiance is good. I mean, they got the barrels up here, these wine barrels, which maybe we might be able to tap into one of these, maybe, hopefully.
It makes me dizzy to see the amount of wine that's here.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty high up.
Okay,
You know?
so let's go back real quick to what we're talking about. You know, you have the heart health issue that's supposed to be good. Some say it burns fat. Wine drinkers are not known to have a beer gut, right?
Okay.
But it's all in, you know, how you have the rest of your life. Another thing is, you know, a glass of wine in the evening helps you relax, might help you sleep better. And again, I'd say a glass of wine in the evening is a great thing. Maybe a second one, depending on your size. Having too much of it will probably rob you of your sleep, and you'll be thirsty in the morning and regretting it. Yet there's one positive to it. If you wake up with a hangover in the morning, your day can only get better. That's all there is to it.
So, wait, I want you to elaborate on your day can get better. How can your day get better?
Well, if you wake up with a hangover, you feel miserable. You're going to feel better during the day as the hangover goes away.
So, okay, now are you waking up with something besides the wine, or are you just waking up with a hangover?
That's for another show.
Oh, another show. Okay, okay, then never mind. We'll go there then. Okay, we'll talk about that at another time.
Well, we could also go into
too much wine leads to what we're gonna next time.
Well, and part of that other show is also to mention that if you have a glass of wine in a social setting, people tend to look better. Not just because you have maybe a little bit of a fade in your vision, but it relaxes your face muscles, makes you just better, your eyes
All right, hold on, let me hold on.
dilate. No,
Wait,
it's
hold
not
on,
healthy.
Let me do it again.
Don't go there, man. Don't go there, man.
Okay.
You know what? So they have this big array of wines. You have the stronger, more robust wines. You have the medium wines. You have the light wines. Let's go a little bit into that. They made us a little cheat sheet here so we can read into those.
Actually, let's do that. So right here we have the, let's go with the red wines. We're talking about red wine. This is red wines for the beginners. So, you know, you have the Cabernet Sauvignon.
Let me guess what this is.
Okay.
I'm not that good.
I was going to be impressed if you actually did. I would have been impressed.
I cannot tell the difference if this is a Pinot, that it's a light wine, or it's...
Well, the full-bodied ones are the Malbec,
Malbec, yeah.
the Shiraz, and then the Petit Shiraz.
Syrah.
You know, and then you have the other ones,
And
which
the
are,
Cabernet.
and then the Cabernet. Then you have the medium-bodied ones.
Well, yeah, but let's go into those. So
Okay.
the Cabernet is probably the most flavorful one. They come from France originally. All these grape selections.
This is the Cabernet right here.
Now, California has been dominant in its winemaking. I know all the wine is about France and things like that, but California itself is probably, if it were a country, it would be fourth on the list of wine producers, just by what they have. The first one is France, then they have Italy, then they have Spain, and then will come California.
Okay.
And it's won incredible amounts of contests.
Nice.
So it's really doing good. And probably because we have a better and warmer climate, more ideal for that.
Okay.
So then we have the lighter wines, the Cabernet Franc, the Barbella,
Zinfandel.
There's the Zinfandels are like in between because they have something called the old vine Zinfandel. It's heavy as hell, but just my experience with that. And then we have the light ones.
Well, the light ones are,
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
However you want to pronounce that.
Then you have Lambrusco.
Lambrusco
is a pretty
fresh wine.
a fresh wine. Yes.
Where I'm from, we used to call it a storm. It was like you pressed it, you waited a week, 2 weeks, and then you drank it, and it had its fizz to it, and was just a fresh wine. Anyway, I'd go off topic with sharing.
No, you're not going off topic. You're still good. Then you have the Saint Laurent. I've never had the Saint Laurent myself, so I mean that sounds like pretty strong, like a strong wine. Saint Laurent sounds like it's pretty like powerful. I mean,
no, it's one of the lighter wines.
Well, it's one of the lighter ones. Oh, okay.
So it's, they have what they call the house wine in most establishments, and most of the time that's a Pinot Noir. That's just the regular table wine. And then they have the blended wines. When you buy a bottle that just says red blend, most of the time it's a mixture of a Cabernet and a Merlot, and it's usually a very full-bodied wine. And if it tastes good to you, it's probably good for you.
As we were talking earlier, you gave me some bullet points on actually how the wine is made, about where it comes from the vine and what actually it takes to make a glass of wine. Why don't you hit on some of that?
Well, you mean the wine stomping, when the whole village gets together and stomps on the wine?
With that, and then the whole skin of the grape and everything.
And hopefully they washed their feet before they did it. Otherwise, no, that's not how it works nowadays. Okay, that might have been in the old days. And yes, I think, go back 500 years, 1,000 years, hygiene wasn't all the biggest thing around. Nowadays, they pick it at when it's ripe. Then it gets pressed. They will leave the skin on it to give it its red color. Because otherwise the white just is maybe a light reddish if it's a red grape, but if the color is really in the skin, it has a certain pigment in it. The Pinot Noir is very light, so very little pigment, so you can actually see through those. Like this one, you can see through it, right?
Yes.
If you have a real Cabernet, you couldn't see through it. It would have so much pigment in it that it would just be not see-through. And then it's just, this I don't know in how long they actually keep it and have it fermenting until it gets the right flavor. I think every winery is a little bit different, but I just don't know the timeline. I'm not a winemaker. I like drinking the wine, so I'm not even an expert in that, but I'm working on it.
Here's to being an expert of drinking the wine.
That's like my cooking. I'm not a good cook. I can manage, but I'm an expert in eating. Cheers.
Cheers. And then, next we got a special guest coming up here next. So I guess we laid some good facts on everybody.
Now we have a guest. manager in here. His name is Jason. He's going to come help us and tell us about, I guess, the origins of the winery, what it's doing now, and hopefully we get some better knowledge from somebody who's really actively involved in this. That would be very nice.
That would be very nice.
So
without further ado, let's bring Jason on.
How's the wine?
tasty.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear that.
So, what are we drinking? What's this one?
That one I believe is the
This is going to be your
cab.
mic, Jason.
It's the cab?
That's the cab.
The arms lift.
Oh, I lied then. I thought it would be so dark you can't really see through, but yeah. A Pinot would be more see-through, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Cheers to that. Jason?
Thank you.
So,
Thanks a lot.
ladies and gentlemen, Jason, he is one of the general managers,
Assistant
manager here at Witch Creek Winery, and we're glad to have him here with us, and we're also happy to be here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now, Jason, that you're here, why don't you give us a little bit of some secrets behind the scenes of how you guys got established and your hard work, and obviously it's paid off because this place is beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. Basically, we came to be in 1993 in Escondido, or excuse me, in Ramona, California, and we're the oldest San Diego urban winery in San Diego.
That's impressive.
So, yeah.
Trendsetters.
Thank you. We've been in this building since 1996, and we plan on staying here a long time. So.
Very good. That's. I thought it didn't say that much about how long you've been here already. So that really makes you one of the first ones, because I mean, in the meantime, there's so many different wineries and the whole region up in Temecula.
Yep.
And I'm from Austria, so we have what they call a Heurigen, right? Where this has been a concept for 200 years, where somebody who just has grapes and everything, they make a little restaurant of it, they put some tables up, everybody comes and tastes the wine that they make, and you can have it either straight in, what do they call it, a quarter liter, an eighth of a liter, or you can have it mixed.
Oh, really?
Either sweet or sour.
Right.
No, in Austria.
Oh, in Austria,
right?
okay.
And I think this is just going worldwide.
Yeah,
all the wine regions are doing this, but I'm glad to meet somebody who's a trendsetter in this, and San Diego is a
Beautiful county.
nice place to be. Is mostly nice weather, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't get much better, you know?
Yeah.
So now, since you being here, what did you come from, what were you doing before you came over to Witch Creek?
Me personally?
Yes.
So I've worked for the owners for 6 years, just doing odd end jobs, and they needed help down here. So I've been here a couple years now, and the place is turning right side up, if you will.
You guys are doing the right things.
Yes, sir. We're trying to. Doing our best.
That's all you can do.
Exactly.
You know,
Absolutely.
So in all these containers here, is there wine in it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How many gallons in one?
Oh man, I couldn't tell you.
Are those
This is only some of them. This is
30s
just
or
a few.
50s?
Oh, these are 50s.
50s, okay.
Yes.
50 gallons. Okay. We were trying to guess. We said 30s.
Well, so that's okay. So 50,
Yeah, I better double check that.
50 times what, 7? So 750 bottles, right? So
750, yeah.
So you have about 350 bottles per.
Give or take.
Yeah, that's a,
depending on samples.
no.
Yes.
Basically,
Absolutely.
basically, if you really like a wine and like drinking a bottle of wine every night, you have a year's worth in just one.
Yes.
Oh, at least.
Or if you put a little extra effort into it and you want a different flavor for the summertime, you just have one chilling all the time,
Yeah,
right? So you have a
exactly.
white one and a red one.
Exactly.
So now, Jason, looking into the camera right there, the front
Yes,
one,
sir.
let people know how they can find you, how they can find you guys over here, what days you guys are open. Now this whole COVID thing is almost over. You guys got
goodness.
certain capacity that's going on. Just enlighten people, let them know what's going on with you guys.
So we're here noon to 7 every day, except Saturdays and Sundays. We're here noon to 8 on Sundays. Noon to 8 on Fridays, Fridays, noon to 9 on Saturdays, and noon to 7 on Sundays. And the rest of the week we're here noon to 7.
You got a Facebook, Instagram?
All the above. Facebook, Instagram, all social media. Yeah, we're right here in the heart of Carlsbad, California, downtown, and it's a good spot. It's beautiful out here.
Jason, we thank you very much for joining the Two Drunk Guys, and we look forward to doing this tour.
My pleasure. It's
and
my
the
pleasure.
secrets behind Witch Creek.
And I'm glad
Cheers to that.
I've
Cheers.
driven here so many times. I've never noticed this, so this was very enlightening.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. Cheers. Salud.
Salute.
Thank you, guys. I'm excited.
See you in a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jason,
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
My pleasure. Thanks, fellas. I appreciate
Thank you,
guys.
fam. I'll see you in a minute.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I'm gonna take this. You guys need refills? Or you good?
No, we're good. Okay.
Thank you.
fellas.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That was a good interview with Jason. I like that. I'm looking forward to this tour that we got going on over here. This whole place is nice, and I'm loving it. And I just can't wait.
I like the concept of putting like two businesses together, the coffee shop for the mornings and during the afternoons as a break, and then having the wine on the side. And they've prospered.
And it could be the wind down or wind up, depending on what's going on.
Yeah.
So what do you think we take a tour to this place, man, and see what's going on?
I think it's a great idea.
Pip pip.
Hooray. 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 Cheerio.
Pip pip. Cheerio. Take a walk with us. Let's go. At an established spot over here at Witch Creek Winery, and we want to know. Cheers first and foremost.
Nice to be here.
We want to know how long you guys have been coming out here and what's going on with yourselves.
We were here the day they opened this place. We've been here 1996. We've been here.
Way back when they had the silver type counter here. And this place is wonderful. We've been coming here since then. But I'm not that old. He brought me when I was underage.
She was underage.
So the place is wonderful. It's evolved. It's just gotten better. The wines are amazing. Absolutely amazing. And the clientele and the help here is just, I'm a business owner. And they hire amazing people that go out and help you out. They make sure that you have the best wine. They make sure that you are comfortable. And it's just a fun place to be.
Owners make their own wine, and they're really good wine.
Yes. And they're always experimenting on the wines. So they have different items on there. And it's a constant evolution with music and great wine and people. And it's a lot of fun.
So you guys together are kind of like celebrating your 25th anniversary.
When the first time I took her, I was tried and I was let off for underage drinking. But it was double jeopardy, so they can't try.
So you had to wait a couple years until you got back out and then
Take her again.
But it is a wonderful place to be. A wonderful place to be. So
say is happy anniversary to all of you. Cheers. We're going to talk to a couple more people and get to hear their stories. Go from there, okay?
Thank you, folks, very much.
thank you so much.
You look like you might be a member. Are you?
Of course I am. I've been a member for 7 years.
7 years.
And when I pick up my wine and I'm greeted by all these wonderful, great people here, I end up having a couple glasses of wine.
Yes.
And
As
it's
you should.
enjoyable to be at home too with my wine. And I love the Sauvignon Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc and Cool Cat are my favorites.
Okay.
The Pinot Noir is outstanding, but my favorite is Cool Cat.
Okay.
When I'm with a man as handsome as you,
Okay. Now it's not the wine giving me that flush thing. It's what your comment. So bear with me.
I won't make any other comments.
Yeah,
but-
it gets to me like that.
But
It was a nice
Jason's a
little-
great guy. He's always so personable, and the thing more about Witch Creek Winery is they also have coffee, and they're open in the morning for coffee. And I come by with my little dog and have a cup of coffee, and then maybe later on I might come and have a glass of wine.
Very nice.
So-
you make a day out of it, right?
Correct.
Troy,
Yeah.
any more questions?
No, you covered them all.
So Frank, I think I had a really good time. I don't know about you, but I mean the people, the atmosphere, the whole change of scenery with the wine, the crew, the cast, everything. I mean, I had a blast.
It's every time we go somewhere and we meet a lot of nice people, it's always a blast. And this was the first time we did something with wine, so this was just different, and we have new experience.
We have a new experience.
We met Judy, and we met the other couple who's been here since the very beginning. That's nice to hear. That's really nice to hear.
I'm glad you're on a first name basis with everybody, so that's a good thing. America, we want to thank you for tuning in to Two Drunk Guys. We want to thank Witch Creek Winery for having us out here in Carlsbad, California. We appreciate you. We love you. And we out, sipping on cold.
Sipping on a cold one. Elegantly.
I would like to do a toast to Miss Green on behalf of her birthday. We appreciate you everything you do for us, and as a team, everything family. Cheers. Here's the Two Drunk Guys.
There ain't nothing to fear.